The allure and the anguish, a double-edged sword. Social media is ubiquitous. It connects us, it entertains us. It has become an integral part of our daily lives, shaping how we communicate, share, and perceive the world around us. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, social media is there, influencing our thoughts and actions. But it also presents risks. The constant exposure to curated content can lead to unrealistic expectations and a distorted sense of reality. We often find ourselves comparing our lives to the highlight reels of others, which can be detrimental to our mental health. The dark side of social media is real. We must acknowledge this. Cyberbullying, misinformation, and privacy concerns are just a few of the issues that plague these platforms. It's easy to get lost in the sea of negativity and feel overwhelmed by the constant barrage of information. We must learn to navigate it safely. Social media promises connection. It offers a platform for self-expression and creativity, allowing us to share our passions and connect with like-minded individuals. However, it's crucial to set boundaries and be mindful of our usage to avoid falling into the trap of addiction. But it can lead to isolation. Despite being more connected than ever, many people feel lonelier and more disconnected from the real world. The virtual connections we form can sometimes lack the depth and authenticity of face-to-face interactions. We scroll through curated lives. We compare ourselves. This constant comparison can erode our self-esteem and lead to feelings of inadequacy. It's important to remember that what we see online is often a filtered version of reality, not the whole picture. This can fuel feelings of inadequacy. The pressure to present a perfect image can be overwhelming, leading to stress and anxiety. We must remind ourselves to take breaks and engage in activities that promote our well-being. The benefits of social media are undeniable. It allows us to stay connected with friends and family, no matter the distance. We can share moments of joy, seek support during tough times, and celebrate milestones together. We can connect with loved ones. Social media bridges the gap, making it easier to maintain relationships and stay in touch with those who matter most. It also provides a platform for communities to come together and support one another. We can access information quickly. The wealth of knowledge available at our fingertips is unprecedented. From breaking news to educational resources, social media keeps us informed and helps us stay up to date with the latest developments. But we must proceed with caution. It's essential to verify the information we consume and be aware of the potential for misinformation. Critical thinking and digital literacy are key to navigating the online world safely. We must be mindful of the risks. By being aware of the potential pitfalls and taking proactive steps to protect our mental health, we can enjoy the benefits of social media while minimizing its negative impact. Balance is the key to harnessing the power of this double-edged sword. The mental health minefield: anxiety, depression, and the social comparison trap. These issues are becoming increasingly prevalent in our society, especially among young adults who are constantly connected to the digital world. Social media use is linked to mental health issues. The platforms that were designed to connect us can sometimes make us feel more isolated and anxious. This is especially true for young adults. They are at a stage in life where they are forming their identities and seeking validation, often turning to social media for this purpose. Studies show a correlation between social media use and increased rates of anxiety and depression. The more time spent on these platforms, the higher the likelihood of experiencing these mental health issues. The constant comparison can be detrimental. When we see others' highlight reels, we often compare them to our own behind-the-scenes struggles. People present idealized versions of themselves online. They share their best moments, often edited and filtered to perfection. This can make others feel inadequate. When we compare our real lives to these curated images, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-worth. It can fuel feelings of anxiety and low self-esteem. Negative comments and cyberbullying can exacerbate these feelings, making social media a double-edged sword. Social media can create unrealistic expectations. We see others' successes. We see their vacations, their parties, and their seemingly perfect lives. We don't see their struggles. The hardships, the failures, and the mundane aspects of life are often hidden from view. This can distort our view of reality. It can make us believe that everyone else has it all figured out while we are left feeling lost and inadequate. It's important to remember that social media is just a highlight reel, not the full story. Privacy under siege. In today's digital age, our personal information is more vulnerable than ever before. Data breaches, identity theft, and the erosion of personal space are becoming alarmingly common. Every day, countless individuals fall victim to cyber attacks. Our digital footprint is vast. From the moment we wake up and check our phones, to the time we go to bed, we are constantly generating data. Social media companies collect our data. They track our likes, shares, and even the time we spend on each post. This information is then used to build detailed profiles about us. This data can be used for targeted advertising. Companies can predict our preferences and behaviors, showing us ads that are tailored specifically to us. However, this data can also be vulnerable to breaches. Cybercriminals are constantly looking for ways to exploit weaknesses in security systems. Data breaches are becoming increasingly common. Major corporations, small businesses, and even government agencies have all been targeted. Hackers can gain access to our personal information. This includes our names, addresses, social security numbers, and even our financial details. This can lead to identity theft. Once a hacker has our information, they can open credit accounts, make purchases, and even commit crimes in our name. It can have devastating consequences. Victims of identity theft often spend months, if not years, trying to clear their names and restore their credit. We must be mindful of what we share online. Oversharing can make us easy targets for cybercriminals. Once something is posted, it can be difficult to remove completely. Even if we delete a post, it may still exist on backup servers or in screenshots. This is especially true for photos and videos. These digital memories can resurface years later, sometimes with unintended consequences. We must take control of our digital lives and protect our personal information. The addiction algorithm: how social media platforms engineer compulsive use. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive. They use algorithms to keep us engaged. These algorithms show us content we are likely to interact with. This keeps us scrolling. Notifications and likes trigger dopamine release. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure. This creates a cycle of reward. We keep coming back for more. Addiction to social media is a real problem. It can interfere with our work, relationships, and sleep. We must be aware of the signs of addiction. Section 5. Cyberbullying and online harassment: the digital age's playground bullies. The internet can be a breeding ground for negativity. Cyberbullying is a serious problem. It can have lasting effects on victims. Social media platforms can be used to harass and intimidate others. Anonymity can embolden bullies. They may say things online they would never say in person. This can make cyberbullying particularly hurtful. It's important to report cyberbullying. Social media platforms have mechanisms for reporting abuse. We must stand up for ourselves and others. Section 6. FOMO and the fear of missing out: the relentless pressure to stay connected. Social media can fuel FOMO. We see others having fun. We worry we are missing out. This can lead to anxiety and a constant need to be connected. FOMO can drive us to check social media constantly. We feel compelled to stay updated. This can distract us from our own lives. It's important to remember that social media is often a highlight reel. People present their best selves. We shouldn't compare our everyday lives to others' curated moments. Section 7. The spread of misinformation: echo chambers, filter bubbles, and the erosion of truth. Misinformation can spread rapidly on social media. It can be difficult to discern truth from falsehood. This can have serious consequences. Algorithms can create echo chambers. We are shown content that aligns with our existing beliefs. This can reinforce biases. It can make it harder to engage in critical thinking. We must be critical consumers of information. We should verify information from multiple sources. We should be wary of headlines that seem too good to be true. Section 8. Navigating the digital maze: practical tips for safe and healthy social media use. Using social media safely requires awareness. We must be mindful of its potential impact. We must take steps to protect ourselves. Setting time limits is crucial. We can use built-in features or apps. This can help us regain control over our time. We should be mindful of our privacy settings. We should review these regularly. We should limit the information we share publicly. Section 9. Setting boundaries and managing screen time: reclaiming your time and attention. Social media can consume our lives. We must set boundaries. We must make time for offline activities. Turning off notifications can be helpful. This reduces distractions. It allows us to focus on the present moment. Designate screen-free times. This could be during meals or an hour before bed. This can improve sleep and relationships. Section 10. Cultivating mindful engagement: using social media with intention and purpose. Social media can be a tool for good. We can use it to connect with others. We can use it to stay informed, but we must do so mindfully. Unfollow accounts that trigger negative emotions. Follow accounts that inspire and motivate. Curate your feed to promote well-being. Engage with content that aligns with your values. Share positive messages. Use social media to make a difference. Section 11. Finding balance in a hyperconnected world. Embracing the offline and prioritizing well-being. Social media is now a part of life, but it shouldn't define our lives. We must find balance. We must prioritize our well-being. Make time for activities you enjoy. Spend time with loved ones. Disconnect from technology regularly. Remember that real life is happening offline. Cultivating meaningful connections, pursuing passions, and prioritizing well-being are essential for a